Welcome to Brain Secrets in the Age of the Brain. Valentine's Day. Now said to be number 4 after Halloween, Easter, and Christmas or Hanukkah. It's big business. An estimated 36 million heart-shaped boxes of chocolate are purchased annually, to say nothing of flowers and jewelry and other gifts. 9 million pet owners spend an average of $5 on each pet. Valentine's Day is linked with love, of which the Greeks identified at least 8 distinct types. Eros, sexual lust. Ludus, casual sex. Mania, obsession or addiction. Storge, family love. Philia, long-term love of family and friends. Philutia, healthy self-love that allows you to give and receive in rewarding relationships. Pragma, that maintains connections through continual effort, dedication, and selflessness. Agape, unconditional and enduring. What is love? It's likely not an emotion, although it can trigger emotions. Some define mature love as philia, pragma, and agape as a mindset, a choice, and a virtue. The spirit with which you live life and how you love yourself and how you love others. Now we get to connect with Asia Hudson and Grant Gilmore, 2 of my favorite Valentines in real life. Here we are again. Welcome to Brain Secrets on this side of the camera, Asia.
Thank you so much.
This is number 2 of the Valentine's special for this year.
Yep.
I'm having lots of fun with these.
Yeah, me too, clearly, because I have a whole new look.
I like that look. So, did you ask Kelly where the name Lemonade Locks came from?
I actually did not get a chance to ask her where Lemonade Locks came from. And there were so many things going on. I was so excited to meet her. I was so excited to ask all the questions. But I'm hoping that you know and you can inform me.
It is one of the things I know.
Okay, great.
But I thought she might have told you and then you could tell everybody. But I will tell you. When she got alopecia, it was very devastating, as it is with most women if they have something that seriously impacts the way they look, because unfortunately the artificial world in which we live, especially Hollywood, is all about how you look, not about how you think and how you behave and how you contribute, but how you look.
Right.
Well, she wrestled with that. And then she remembered that saying, if you get lemons, make lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she decided that she was going to embark on this journey of having a salon that no matter what had happened to a woman or a man, they would be able to find something there that would help them feel better about themselves. And so she named it Lemonade Locks.
That is such a special name. I love that.
I love it too.
That's so good.
So, shall we just jump in and see what the questions are?
Let's dive on in.
Grant, I'm hoping you're ready to roll the tape.
We're all ready to get it rolling.
Thank you very much.
Hey Hey y'all, my name is Asia Hudson and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Taylor. Typically, we take to the streets and ask random people questions about brain function, but today we decided to go to a wonderful community space called Lemonade Locks that has been established by owner Kelly in the background. And Kelly established this place for a bunch of different reasons. Hopefully, you have seen the first episode that we did on Lemonade Locks, and this is a follow-up part 2 because we had so many amazing questions from the women that were here today that we had to break it up into 2 episodes. We can't fit all of those questions into one episode. So you guys are lucky to join us on a journey of the part 2 of Lemonade Locks, Ask Dr. Taylor. All right, here we go. Hi, do you mind if we ask you a quick question? Right on, amazing. So we're doing a special today for Ask Dr. Taylor. We just take to the streets and we ask people questions about brain function, and then we send those questions back to her desk. So the question is, if you could ask a brain function specialist a question about brain function, what would you ask her?
You know, there's so many people now that are on the streets that are homeless that seem to have mental issues. Is there a predisposition to a mental situation with people, or is it always a chemical imbalance? Can it be either or both?
That's a great question.
It's a widely held belief that mental illnesses and mood disorders are the result of chemical imbalances in the brain. This is an oversimplification for extremely complex conditions. While chemical imbalances in the brain seem to have a link with mood disorders and mental health illnesses, I know of no research that has shown conclusively that chemical imbalance is the initial cause of these conditions. When chemical imbalances are identified, no one seems to know for sure what caused them. Being linked with something does not equate with causing something. There definitely are factors that contribute to mental health conditions. Some of these are genetics and family history and perhaps growing up in environments that include mental illnesses. Adverse child experiences, or ACEs, and adult psychosocial experiences involving physical, emotional, or mental abuse, or circumstances that prompt feelings of isolation and loneliness are contributors. A history of alcohol or illicit drug use appear to increase one's risk, along with some types of medications. High stress and serious physical illnesses can alter brain chemicals. My personal opinion is that what individuals put into their brains can contribute, because what the brain is exposed to over time changes the brain. Every thought a person thinks changes the brain. Thus, the importance of choosing positive brain inputs in what you read, watch on television, and in movies, the type of computer games you select, and who you choose to spend time with.
So right now, we are just hovering and watching everyone interact with each other. It's very special, very cute. I love the vibe in here. Everybody's hyping everyone up. All of the women are supporting each other. I love that. I love that. Hi, ladies. I'm doing great. How are you? Do you mind if we stop you and ask you a question? Okay, so we'll do it one at a time, but you guys can come together in the frame. All right, so we're doing a segment called Ask Dr. Taylor where we ask people a question, and the question is, if you could ask a brain function specialist a question about brain function, anything, what would you ask her?
Well, I would ask, what are the best supplements you could take to keep your brain functioning as you get older?
That's great. Okay, nice.
And I'd like to ask what supplement or medication would be good for someone with dementia.
Amazing. Thank you so much, ladies.
What are the supplements you could take to keep your brain functioning as you get older? I can tell you what I take. B vitamins, B12 in particular, as it has specifically been called the brain vitamin. L-theanine, an amino acid that helps with attention, which can improve working memory and executive functions. And acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that is created in the brain. It helps you learn, focus, stay mentally alert, attentive, and make quick decisions. It also impacts sleep, digestion, muscle connections and contractions, anger, thirst, and the ability to stay mentally flexible. This means that what you eat and the medications you take are also important. Choline, the precursor of acetylcholine, is found in legumes, seeds, vegetables such as soybeans, and egg yolks. Diabetes and insulin resistance can interfere with the brain's ability to make acetylcholine. Some medications, often those that begin with the prefix anti, as in anticholinergic drugs, and some over-the-counter medications such as Benadryl can decrease acetylcholine levels. Talk with a nutritionist about what foods can help, and with your doctor about changing medications if that is needed. What supplements or medication would be good for someone with dementia? Unfortunately, for a person who already has dementia, there's nothing I know of that can reverse it. Studies have shown that daily lifestyle choices can sometimes delay the symptoms of dementia, Alzheimer's being one type. Fortunately, more and more medications are becoming available. Although they cannot reverse symptoms, sometimes because brain cells actually have died and typically cannot be replaced, they may lessen or stabilize symptoms for a while. If you are concerned about dementia, your best bet is to see your physician, such as a neurologist, Alzheimer's specialist, and find out what current medications are available and if you need to take something. Prevention always beats cure if the issue can be prevented. So avoid substances such as alcohol, tobacco, sodas, high sugar desserts, fried foods, and processed meats because these substances are toxic to the brain. Live a high-level wellness lifestyle with daily physical and mental exercise, and choose water as your beverage of choice.
Okay, we've got more people showing up. This place is popping, y'all. Make a trip, make a day trip. If you're already in town, come to Lemonade Locks. It's a pure vibe. Everybody in here is so nice and so sweet. Come on down to Lemonade Locks. Clearly it's popping in here. You see how many people are in here? You should be one of them. Come on through. All right. Okay.
Does reaction time have anything to do with the functions of the brains? I'm sure it does. But if there's ways we can improve reaction time.
Wow, that's a great question. We've never had a question like that before. That's pretty good. Would you say you have good reaction time?
Yeah, I do. Some things you can't control, but I do.
Reaction time is based on brain function and other factors as well. Physical fitness, for example. Did you know that athletes have faster reaction times at all ages? Males typically have faster reaction times, especially to an expected stimulus, such as racing after a red light turns green. Perhaps because males have more connections between the two cerebellums. Practice does not even out the reaction time for females. However, females tend to have a faster reaction time to an unexpected stimulus, such as a child getting injured on the playground. Once muscle contraction begins, however, contraction times were the same for both males and females. Males tend to be faster than females at aiming at a target. However, the females were more accurate. Mind crowd data showed that average reaction time slowed by 7 milliseconds per year for both males and females. Distractions and background noise increase reaction time. So do fatigue, alcohol, and, interestingly enough, upper respiratory tract infections. How can you improve? Eliminate factors that decrease reaction time as far as possible. Stay physically fit and make healthier lifestyle choices.
Okay, everybody has such a sweet story about how they know Kelly and how they've been involved in the shop. And it's just the vibe. I know I keep saying the word vibe. It just really feels so loving and kind in here. And Dr. Taylor, another one of the questions I want to ask you is kindness innate or is it cultural? Like, is there a brain function that facilitates or obstructs kindness in people? And are there people who are predisposed to being kind? I would like to know that. There's a lot of kindness going on in this room. Answer the question, Dr. Taylor. How does kindness come to be? I'm going to lose my mind.
As social and relational creatures, humans need kindness to survive and thrive. Much like empathy, kindness is an innate brain-heart function that can be developed and honed or not. Incidentally, the same holds true for a sense of humor that can be developed and honed or not. Research has shown that humans are born with an innate bias toward kindness. Infants as young as 6 months of age prefer to watch interactions that are kind, cooperative, and helpful versus interactions that are aggressive and antagonistic. Kindness appears to enhance brain neuroplasticity as it looks for creative ways to improve life for humans, creatures, nature, and even planet Earth. Touch from a person you do not like or are not close to can actually trigger the stress reaction of fight or flight. Kind touch, on the other hand, especially from a person you feel close to and love, activates multiple parts of the brain, including the parasympathetic nervous system. It can help you or your pet feel relaxed, calm, safe, and loved. Cultivate kindness. It may even extend your lifespan.
And that wraps it up for another episode of Ask Dr. Taylor, where we took to the streets and asked random people questions about brain function. But luckily today we got to be here at Lemonade Locks. Owner Kelly was an absolute gem. She put me in the wig that is right for me. And everybody that we interviewed today was absolutely phenomenal. And we are so excited, Dr. Taylor, for you to receive these questions and answer them as amazingly as you always do. And to our viewers, this is a really special one that we are releasing for Valentine's Day for you guys. The vibe is right. The love is right. Everybody in here felt so loving and kind. I got the heart earrings. You guys know it's Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Dr. Taylor, back to you.
So the question I always ask, and I don't know why I find it so interesting, but I like to know what people find interesting. I guess that's part of it. So did you have a question that particularly resonated with you in this set?
Right, yeah, of course. So there were these two ladies, and they both kind of asked questions that bounced off of each other, and it was supplemental questions for how do you prevent dementia with supplements and what supplements are best for brain health and longevity. And as you were answering the question, I was like sitting behind the scenes taking notes of like, okay, B12, this and this. So I'm gonna definitely need you to send me that list so that I can grow old and wise.
Well, I don't prescribe because I'm not a medical doctor. I am willing to tell people what I take, and that's why I talked about the 3 things that really do impact alertness in the brain. The bigger picture is, if you have questions, go see your doctor.
Right.
Because the earlier you catch things, sometimes that makes a difference in the rate of progression and, what happens in the end. But lifestyle is so critical. What we do today in terms of supporting the immune system or diminishing the effect of the immune system is going to show up in about a year or 18 months. Every action has a reaction. And so the healthier we get, the more careful we are about our lifestyle, it's worth it to have a healthier retirement and a longer lifespan, all things being equal. Now, I love your hair.
Thank
Remember, I'm not
you.
supposed to say love, but since it's on somebody who's alive, I'm going to say I really do love your hair. That color complements your skin perfectly, in my brain's opinion.
Thank you so much. And my mom never told me that I could not love anything that was inanimate. So I'm going to say that I do love my hair. So I love my hair. Kelly really set me up. We were going in there and she was like, do you want to try one on after we had finished? And I was like, sure. Absolutely. She was so busy. There were so many other people in there. So it was really sweet for her to like make the time to set me up and comb it for me and style it and everything. It was really sweet. And she picked this out for me. She really has a great eye for what will work for somebody's skin tone and somebody's face shape. And then also, they have different caps, colored caps. She had brown colored caps. I was like, oh my God, how inclusive. I really loved that. I thought that made me feel special. It was nice. It was just like a, wow.
Well, she really is into diversity and, loves everybody.
She's sweet.
She gets it. Color is only skin deep. And it's the whole package and how you relate to them. And people say to me, don't you see color? And of course I see color. I've got eyes and I'm not colorblind. But it's immaterial to me. It's the person that I love, how their brain works and getting to know that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you had fun with that experience.
I absolutely did. She was wonderful. Can I shout her out? Can I say hi?
Certainly.
Hi, Kelly and everybody at the shop. It was so wonderful meeting all of you. And thank you so much for your fantastic questions.
And we will be posting them.
We're excited for you to see it.
So that they can actually watch it.
Absolutely.
And that wraps it up for this session.
Yeah.
So have a wonderful Valentine's yourself and your family and everybody you love, including your pet.
And you.
Thank you. All right. Until next time, take care of yourself.
You too.
And thank you, our viewers, for watching. Until next time, remember that while tangible gifts are usually welcome, intangible gifts last forever. Paul the Apostle described love as patient, kind, slow to anger, persevering, and unfailing. You can build those characteristics into your brain. That's a brain secret.